All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the stream here. So this is JJ, J7 here on Discord. I welcome you back here to another game of X-Wing here. We have game three here for the semifinal for XTC. We got Team US Islands versus Team USA, and we're going to get this one going here shortly here as both players are rolling for initiative to set up for their objectives here. Thank you so much for joining us here. I know it's going to be a late night stream, but I'll be here all night here with you guys going over this game here. Uh, Pivotal match here for both sides, as currently right now, Team US Islands is leading the series 2-0, and looking to get another win. Meanwhile, um, we got Team USA trying to get their first win here. So excuse me while I get this loaded up here. Had a previous game going on before where I have to end up kind of cutting the stream there. So just still setting up the overlay and stuff for everything there as we get started here for the next match here. So I hope everybody here is having a great night here as we go into this game here. So while the players are setting up here, let's go ahead and go over the list here for both sides here. So starting with Team US Islands here, we have Juan Caez with Team US Islands running the Republic here. We got Tucker in the V19 with Enduring and Barrage Rockets and Sync Console. We got Axe with Deadeye Shot and Barrage Rockets. We got Wolf with C3PO. Got Rick Olay with Fire Control System, Plasma Torpedoes, and R2C4. And then lastly, we got Anakin. This is the 7B version with Extreme Maneuvers and R4P17. And then over on the other side here for Team USA, Liam, we got him running a Lieutenant Blount in the Z95, has the whole upgrade marksman combo. We got Bodica Venge with Predator and Marksman. We got Wedge Antilles with the vectored cannons, Predator and Starbird Slash. Last up is Sabine Wren, also with vectored cannons, Starbird Slash, and Mandalorian optics. And then lastly is Kanan Jarrus with Patience, Dorsal Turret, Magma Yarrow, Fen Rao, Munitions Failsafe, and the Ghost title to round off the list there. So definitely a very strong list for both sides here as we get this started. And thank you, Darren. Appreciate it. I didn't know exactly what it was. So let me make sure. Yeah, I think that might have killed the echo. Just let me know if you still hear any echo. Awesome. All right, fantastic. So they're getting set up here. So definitely a really interesting matchup for both sides here as they are setting up here. For the Rebels here, they definitely have plenty of offense here. Those torrents being able to launch those barrage rockets can definitely be devastating, especially have no tokens on there. So he definitely wants to try to capitalize on that. You also got to worry about Rick Olay coming from the flank and Anakin just being an absolute ace with that extreme maneuvers, being to arc dodge as much as possible. On the Rebel side, though, you definitely have the deadly combo of Kanan, Jarrus, and Bodica. Kanan being able to use that ability with the Force to reduce the amount of dice coming in there, so you can end up lowering that barrage rocket shot to just 2 dice, which makes the Torrents very sad. And Bodica being able to get some revenge shots if your opponent's not careful. And yeah, definitely a lot of interesting combos here. And the objective for this particular game is going to be salvage mission. So we'll see how that factors in for this particular matchup here. All right, so we got that big old ghost model getting deployed there in the bottom. All right. So while we take a look at the setup here, let's take a look on the other bracket here. Now, this is the second bracket for the teams that have a loss already. We have Team France and Team Brazil facing off right now to see who's going to head over to the final. As of today, Team France has won 3 games versus 1 game for Team Brazil. So Team France is ahead of the series right now, 3-1. One more win, and that sends Team France back to the finals to face off against the winner of this particular matchup between Team US Islands and Team USA. So we'll see how that goes there. We definitely have quite a few games coming up for the weekend, so we're likely to see some shakeups here in the next few days. So both sides definitely setting up some tight formations here in the center. We're likely to see some jousting going on towards the center of the board here, and we'll see if we'll get some big shots coming in for both sides. Yeah, I gotta say, buddy, this list is pretty good. It definitely can do a lot of work, and when when uh, when this list hits hard, it can hit really hard, especially if you set them up with all that strain from Starburst Slash. Yeah, it can definitely be really devastating, especially if you end up range one in front of a ghost. Yep, this is Obi-Wan. He is playing the Republic. All right, so the last one here to get set up here is going to be Anakin. Anakin getting setting up on the top left of the board here. All right. So if both players get set up here, just wanted to give one little tidbit of trivia for people who don't know. So Juan or Obi-Juan has previously been in another team tournament during Worlds. He was part of a 3-man team consisting of myself and Kylo Reen from Denmark. And shout out to Kylo Reen. Miss you, buddy. Wish to see you again. And believe it or not, we won that team tournament. And hang on one second here. So hello, internet world. So while everybody's getting set up, this is the medal here, just commemorating the team championship that Obi-Wan won during Worlds this last year. So uh, just really pulling for him, my teammate there. But just wanted to share that little tidbit here for Obi-Wan, just for kickers. Yeah. All right, and we are almost ready to start here at the beginning of the game here. So we'll get this set up here for both teams here. Yeah, both players just double checking those dials. And we are ready to go here for the first round. All right, here we go. So both players roll off, and first player will go to Team USA, and we'll start the round here for turn number one here. So it looks like no system phase for to start off here. Wait, could be. Oh, nope, there we go. We get Sabine with the early boost there, and we'll see if Wedge decides not to. And Wedge will not actually. Nope, I spoke too soon again. Yep, Wedge also taking the system phase boost there. So we start off there with Tucker. Tucker just doing the bank turn there, and we'll take an evade, likely just setting itself up for the next turn. Next up, our initiative three, we got Kane and Jarrus and Sabine. Sabine doing the five straight will clear that stress, and we'll take a focus there. Kanan doing the three straight here. Kanan just taking a focus as well. Next up here, we got a one straight here from Axe, just maintaining a position there, likely just to take a focus, although it looks like he's considering the reposition here, barrel roll, and yep, we'll take the barrel roll right in front of Axe. Or sorry, right in front of Wolf. Next up is going to be Wedge. Wedge taking a two bank, gets around the rock there, and we'll take a focus token. Next up, we got Lieutenant Blount doing a two straight, and we'll just grab a focus. And zoom zoom, we got Bodic Avenge coming in with a hot five straight. We'll take a straight boost, and considering the focus, we'll take the focus. And we're going to get a hard two here from Wolf, and we'll take the double calculate from C3PO. Next up here is going to be Rick Olay. Rick doing a three straight, gets a free evade. And we'll take the boost around the obstacle there. Then last we got Anakin. Anakin doing a five straight there. We're going to get the Aether Sprite boost here. And a barrel roll to finish off. And now we go for shots here. We'll take a look to see if we have any shots. We might have range here from Bodica over to Tucker, and we'll take a look here. No shots for Annie or Rick. And yep, there we go. We get a range three shot here from Bodica over to Tucker, unobstructed. It's going to be 3-on-3. And we're going to get just a hit, or two hits rather. Oh, unlucky. We're going to get just a single evade there, and that's going to be one damage onto Tucker to start, to end the round there. So, Tucker taking an unlucky hit there at range three at the end of the first turn there, and that will be the end of the round here as we head into turn number two there. Yeah, no shots there. All right. So yeah, that's the end of the round here. So both players will set up here and reset here. So let's take a look at the board state as we have it right now. So currently right now, looks like we got quite a grouping here towards the center that's going to happen this next turn here. If you are Team USA, definitely got to be worried about the flank maneuvers here from Rick and from Anakin. They can really zoom in quick and make you have a tough day there. You also don't want to over pursue where you end up at range one of Boudica, but you also want to make sure that you could get some shots that can potentially maybe get one of those ships off the board there. So we'll see how that plays out there. Kind of worried about Wolf's position, where he's at, kind of facing down towards the bottom of the board, kind of telegraphing that hard two. And if you're Sabine, you're kind of in a really good spot there for a block. So we'll see how that plays out there. That could be a bad spot for Wolf where he's not going to be able to get a quality shot off the next turn. Now, as far as crates go here, I think right now Lieutenant Blount is in a perfect spot to grab the objective right there. You might dare to get one with the wedge, but you're probably going to end up just focusing. Sabine, if she doesn't go for the block, she's likely to go for the crate. And then Kanan needs to keep probably straight just to keep his arcs on his friendlies. And there we go. We start off round number two here, and the initiative goes back to Team US Islands. And we're going to go through the system phase here, and we're going to get a bank maneuver from Sabine. And we're going to get Mando Optics. So Sabine will get a free target lock here onto Wolf. All right, next up here is going to be Tucker. Tucker doing a hard two, coming in right through the center. Tucker taking an evade. We got a one straight here from Axe. Axe will take a focus. And Sabine does the hard two, opting to not try to block Wolf and is reaching for the crate and will go for the crate. Kind of a bad spot for Sabine. She looks like she's range two of the front of Axe, and her ability only works at range one, so we'll see how that plays out. And we're gonna get a one bank here from Kanan. That lumbering body starting to go towards the center of the board there. We're gonna get a reinforce here to the front. All right, now come the initiative fours here. And we're gonna get a hard two coming in from Wolf. We'll take the focus token only. All right, next up here is going to be all the initiative fours for Team USA. First up is going to be Boudica. Boudica choosing to do the hard two, looking to get right into the face of the coming flankers there. Is in a pretty good spot. Got range one of Tucker. Just debating on where those range threes from Rick is going to land. And going for the barrel roll here, going right into the face of Tucker, and we'll take a focus token most likely. All right. Next up likely is Wedge. There we go. We're going to get a hard two from Wedge. Wedge will claim the center objective. Very aggressive there. And we'll get a crate there as well. And then we're going to get, oh, we forgot the one. There you go. We got the one bank there, and that's going to be crate number 3 here for Team US Islands. They're really putting the pressure on objectives here for Team US Islands, and that's going to be the third crate there. All right, there we go. So then we get a zoom here from Rick Olay. Definitely has a wedge in his arc. He did do a 4 straight, so we'll have that extra die, and is going to grab a target lock onto him. We're going to get a turn in here from Anakin. He's going to take a barrel roll, trying to get outside of the arc of Bodica. Might have actually just done it. And it's considering the crate. And there we go. Anakin chooses to take the crate there. And yeah, we're just going to go with just force onto the shots here. So we're going to go to start of engagement here. Don't believe there's any triggers for start of engagement, so we're going to start with the shot from Anakin. All right, we're going to get a range 2 shot from Anakin going into Wedge. We did get a Kanan trigger, so Anakin only able to roll 2 dice. And nothing but natties from Wedge, taking 0 damage there. And we got a Tucker check just to see if he could get a focus, and was out of reach there. So, all right, next shot here is going to be from Rick Olay. And we get another trigger here from Kanan. We get a checks mix here. And with the fire control system, still only getting 1. And we get an R2C4 spend here, and Wedge will take 1 shield. No revenge shot there from Bodica out of arc. All right, so move down now to the initiative 4s here. All right, next shot here is going to be from Wolf. It's going to go into Kanan. And we're going to get a Wolf reroll, but only gets 1. A dice not being friendly to US Islands for this one. And we're going to get 1 hit. 1 shield down onto Kanan. And we're going to get a Magvayaro trigger. Gets a free lock onto Wolf. And now comes Team USA's trigger, or attacks rather. We're going to get a range 1 shot here into Tucker from Bodica. So we're going to have a 4-on-2. We got 2 hits and a crit. I'm going to spend the focus here for hit, crit. And we're going to spend both tokens there. We're going to get a crit going onto Tucker. And just checking on the crit. Oh, okay. So we got an enduring trigger here. So he was able to cancel the crit first before that happened. And since he wasn't in the bullseye, he was able to do that. So just a whole damage onto Tucker. And it looks like this is going to be on Rick Olay. So we get a hit crit onto Rick. Rick will take a shield here. All right, next up here is going to be Wedge going into Rick, most likely. All right, we're going to get a 3-on-2 trigger here with Wedge's ability. Wedge rolling just a single crit. And safe. No damage onto Ricolay from Wedge. All right, initiative 3 here. We're going to get a barrage rocket shot here from Axe. And ooh, perfect. Full string. We'll get the focus here. Hit crit going into Wedge. Wedge needs some results here. And we get 2 evade, so that's going to be shields down on Wedge, and he's going to drop the crate there. Yeah, buddy. So Tucker was not in the bullseye for Bodica. All right, so we get an engagement shot here from Sabine. Sabine deciding, looks like, to shoot at Tucker at range 3. And we get a single crit. Tucker surviving, taking no damage. All right, here comes the big boy. Big shot here. Get Kane in here. It's got looks like he's gonna go towards probably Tucker. All right, so this is definitely going onto Tucker, range 3 here. No force available. We're gonna get hit crit coming in. And Tucker is not in the bullseye, but it's not going to matter. You're going to take all of it, and that's going to be the end of Tucker. Tucker will take all all the damage there. All right, so that was a big round there for Team USA being able to eliminate Tucker and get the crates there, being able to outscore 2-1 on boxes there. So they lead the end of the second round 5-2 towards Team USA there. So definitely a really good round there for Team USA. So taking a look at the board state here, just trying to see where everybody's at there. You got to be worried about Wedge's health there. He's kind of in the middle. He does have the ability to escape if he wanted to, but at the same time, you want to contribute on your offense here. You don't want to leave Kanan by himself since his ability doesn't work on himself. And even with the reinforce taking all the shots from the majority of the list, which is in a good position to do all those shots, you might end up losing Kanan if you get unlucky with the crits. So something definitely to be worried about there. Bodica, pretty good spot to still possibly contest. I think the hard two will still bump Rick, but if your opponent goes short, you'll be in a good spot to help punish if they go after somebody else there. So yeah, and Kanan and Lieutenant Blount are kind of in a good spot to hold the center if they wanted to. But again, you got to be worried about the health of Kanan if if Obi-Wan decides to come in and converge. All right, so it looks like dials are set, and they're gonna roll here. And Team USA, or sorry, Team US Islands will claim the initiative again. I'm going to get some system phase triggers here. And we're going to get a boost here from Wedge. And that's it for system phase there. We're going to get a one bank here from Axe, probably looking to continue pursuing Wedge. And we're going to get a 5K here from Sabine. Next up here are going to be the Kanan. Kanan banking in, coming in aggressive here, trying to face off against Obi's Rick Olay and Anakin. Got to be a little scared you don't get caught range one there. Next up here is going to be Wolf. I'm assuming he's taking the reinforce here. We'll just double check. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to get a reinforce to the front here um, for Kanan. There we go. We're gonna get a three bank here from Wolf. It's gonna be right in range one of the rear cannon there. So hopefully we'll get a decent shot. Now for the initiative force on Team USA. We're gonna get a two bank here out of Wedge heading towards the top of the board. Likely to grab the crate, most likely. And there we go. Wedge will grab the crate there. Next up is going to be, looks like Lieutenant Blunt. Lieutenant Blount doing the 4K, lands right in front of Kanan. Pretty good spot there to punish in case somebody blocks. And ooh, no, we get the friendly bump here from Bodica hitting the edge of Lieutenant Blount. Oh man, unfortunate. And not punished, however, but still, ugh. And we get a bump here from Rick Olay, ends up hitting the edge of Kanan Jarrus, will be at range one of Lieutenant Blount and possibly Bodica. And now we get a turn away here from Anakin. Anakin wishing he could boost here. And Anakin looking to possibly just grab a target lock, it looks like. Yeah, these are one of the few times where you don't want the box. You really, I mean, oh man, that's not a good spot to be in. So all right, so we get starting engagement here. Anakin with no shot. Rick Olay can choose to shoot. We're going to get a patience trigger here to recover an additional force here for Anakin. All right, and we're going to get a range 0 shot here from Ricole. And we'll get just a single damage onto Kanan. And we're going to get a revenge shot here from Bodica, and that is going to be a range 1 shot here into Bodica, or from Bodica into Rick. This could be a big one here. All right, we get a single hit. And oh my goodness. All right, so having to spend that focus early there, not rolling anything, unfortunately, but no damage from Bodica onto Rick. Next up here is going to be Wolf. He does have Kanan in range 1. And we'll do the range 1 attack there. Wolf kind of wishing he had his charge available. And we'll spend the focus. We'll get 3 hits here. So that's going to be shields down on Kanan and a face down damage onto Kanan. All right, next shot here. Got the initiative force here, so we're going to get a range 1 shot here from Lieutenant Blount. It's going to be unmodded, range 1. Rick only rolling 2. And we are going to get a Fen Rao trigger here. So Fen Rao allows you to remove a red stress token when you engage at range 1 here. So Lieutenant Blount no longer stress and will roll full string, 2 hits, 2 crits, and that is the end of possibly Rick Olay. Yep, that is the end. Rick taking. Oh no, okay, not a direct hit. Okay, got a disable power regulator, living on 1, but does have half points on Rick. Oh, okay, yeah, the first one was a direct hit. Okay, good, yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, unfortunately, Rick Olay is gone. Not the roll or the crit that you wanted for Rick Olay at that point there. So next up, we're going to get a shot here from Bodica. Bodica will trigger the Fenral ability as well to remove a stress. But technically, Rick is there in range, so it does qualify. So we're going to get a range 2 shot here into Anakin. And we'll roll perfect 2 hits and a crit. Anakin responds with natties and will only lose a shield. However, that will cause Anakin to drop his crate. All right, so now we're up to the initiative 3s here. So we got Axe here. Axe looks like we'll choose the barrage rocket shot onto Wedge, trying to take him out. Not the best start there, unfortunately. Only getting a single hit. Oh, we got a reroll there as we do have a trigger here from Kanan, so we are going to reroll that. Oh, so hang on. Did he change targets? Okay. So confirm that shot was into Kanan. Kanan not able to use the ability on himself will take 3 more damage to the hull. All right, now we get the next shot here. Sabine does have a range 1 onto Axe and a range 3 uh, onto Wolf. Outside of the range for Fenrau. Vidi, I believe when he rolled the dice, they claimed the Kanan trigger at that point, and that new information caused them to roll it back. So, all right. So Sabine rolling 3 range 1 at Axe, was not able to get any damage there. Next up here is um going to be a range 2 obstructed here onto Annie. Does have a deplete, so we'll only roll 3 dice here. Only gets 1, and Anakin is going to be A-okay. Chris, it's done through Streamlabs. All right, so that's going to be 2 more scenario points here for the Republic. And let's just double check these scores, make sure that is correct here. Yeah, so they should 2 and 3, and then they should actually be at 11. And then 1 point here for that. All right, so the score that I have currently right now should be the most accurate one. I just don't think they gave themselves the full points for Rick. And let's just double check my health here. Ah, okay, I know what's going on. Forgot to add half points. There we go. Okay, got that. Okay. All right. So we got the K turn here from Kanan Jarrus. Just barely hops over Bodica there. We get the bump here from Sabine. We'll take the red focus. Axe coming in, doing the straight maneuver here, taking a focus. Next up here is going to be a 3 straight here from Lieutenant Blount. We'll just take a focus here. And next up, we got Wedge pulling off a sloop. And lastly, Bodica Venge just daring Axe or daring Wolf to come in and engage. We get the 1 bank here from Wolf, and we'll take the C3PO calculate here. And lastly, we get the K turn here from Anakin does not get the bullseye. Chris, I don't have you set up to come in. I gotta do like a whole thing for that. So thanks though, man. Appreciate it. All right, and we get the R4P17 trigger. He does do the boost to boost in, and we're going to get. It looks like a range 3 shot here into Kanan. Does not have an evade, so that's going to be 3 hits. Kanan blanks out, and that's going to be 3 more damage into Kanan. Kanan down to just 3 health there. All right, now down to the initiative force here. We get Wedge here taking a range 3 shot here onto Axe. And rolls double focuses, no damage. Next up here is going to be Bodica, most likely. Bodica has a range 2 shot here onto Wolf. Wolf does have the 3PO calculate trigger. And oh my goodness, all right, now the dice have gone cold for Team USA, getting nothing but blanks here. Wolf will take a shot here. Now this is tough because you don't want to get the revenge shot, but you also want to make sure Kanan dies. So it looks like he opted for the range 3 into Kanan, rolls for 2 hits, and gets an evade for Kanan. Kanan taking 1 more down to 2 health. And we're gonna get a revenge shot here. So range 2. Wolf still has the calculates. And there we go. We got some paint there. Got a full string, 3 hits. And we're gonna get a single evade, so that's gonna be 2 shields gone on Wolf. All right, here we go. We got a range 3 shot back into Wolf from Kanan. Kanan does have 2 force available. And gets a hit crit. Does have the lock. Will re-roll and get a full string here. 3 hits and a crit. We're going to get a 3PO reroll, and we'll spend the calculate here. We're going to get 2 hits, and that's going to be 2 shields off of. Actually, I'm sorry, a shield and a crit onto Wolf. And let's take a look here really quick. Wolf took a loose stabilizer. Okay. And we're going to get a hit and a crit going into Wolf as well. Got a disable power regulator on there. So this is the last shot here from Axe. Axe using the bullseye here for the reroll. And we'll spend the focus, and that's going to be the last damage here onto Kanan. And Kanan is down. And we get 2 additional scenario points here for Team USA. And so far right now, Team USA holding a lead here. Looks like it is, by my count, 15-9. Just making sure that Team USA is counting their boxes. I think they have not done that so far. Alrighty. Okay. So that's going to be it for turn number 4 as they head over to turn number 5 over here. So let's take a look at win conditions here. Team US Islands definitely got a big break getting rid of Canaan, so that takes away their defensive capability for these ships here. So it's going to make it a little bit easier for them to kill. The bad side about it is that they're not in the best spot to continue punishing. I mean, you could have Axe and Wolf to try to go after Wedge and hopefully get that kill out there, get one less box out there, so that way they're not scoring as often. But at the same time, with Sabine on your back and Biggs, sorry, not Biggs, Bodica being able to do the possible K turn, it will come down to dice. You could end up leading yourself open for some big shots afterwards. So that's going to be a little bit tough. Anakin not in the best spot to pursue. I mean, he could do a two bank and clear if he needs to head towards Wedge and try to get that shot out there. But ideally, you want to try to kill these crate carriers. So going after Lieutenant Blount is kind of key, but you're not going to be in the best spot to pursue. And you also got to be worried about uh, Bodica turning in as well to try to catch you from that side. Sabine pretty much going to go unchallenged here. You're not in a good spot to really pursue her, so Sabine can continue to take shots from the side and punish Wolf. Wolf is in a bad spot right now with that loose stabilizer, and this where he's not going to be able to really go anywhere but straight. So initiative definitely going to play a big role in this coming turn here, and we'll see how this breaks down. All right, so here we go. On to round number 5. And it looks like Team USA will have the initiative here, so we'll see how this plays out. Checking for system phase, no system phase available as both players. Actually, I'm sorry, they do have Mandalorian optics, that is a thing. Sabine likely to grab, or actually already has a lock already. So, yep, no system phase. We'll get Axe doing a two bank. Likely going to take a focus here. There we go. And now on to Sabine. Sabine doing the two bank here, looking to set up against a shot here into Wolf. Will likely just take a focus. And we get the three bank from Wolf. You gotta take the damage with the loose stabilizer there. There we go. Yeah, you remembered. And it looks like we might get a big nope. He's gotta undo that. He's gonna get a barrel roll. He will just fit that barrel roll all the way backwards, and it looks like he is definitely out of the arc of Sabine, and will have a rear arc shot into Sabine with the charge being flipped. We're gonna get a K turn here out of Lieutenant Blount, and then lastly, we got a two straight here from Wedge. Can't do anything really other than to focus here or take an evade. Takes the evade, going for the defensive mod. And Bodica. Let's see what Bodica does. Yep, coming in, looking to try to face off against Anakin in case Anakin decides to join into that fight. And goes for the boost. Anakin goes for the two straight, does get out of the arc of Bodica. Does have a force available. It's kind of tempting to go for a crate, but at the same time, you really need that offense right now. And yep, he signals for the crate and will take the crate. So trying to stop some of the bleeding there from the objectives there, and hoping that the dice will bail him out there. All right, here we go. We got a range 3 shot here into Wedge. And there we go. That's exactly what Anakin needed there. Hit, hit, crit. And oh, he's going to spend the evade there. No damage onto Wedge. That was a big roll there for Wedge, getting out of trouble. All right, now we move on to Initiative 4. We're going to get a range 1 shot out the rear here um, for Wolf. Wolf just rolls 2. And Sabine takes 1 damage. Does spend that focus there. So we lose a shield. All right, here we go. Here comes the rest of the rebel list. The initiative 4 is coming here for their revenge. First off is going to be Lieutenant Blount, range 3 here into Anakin. Blount will get that extra dice from having Bodica at range. And perfect. 1 for 1. No damage. Next shot up here is going to be from Wedge. Bodica with no shot. Wedge has a couple of options here, but if he wants to try to keep the score down, definitely choose Anakin. Maybe knock off a crate. And looks like he's going for the range 1. And we'll roll a single hit. Axe will take it. Axe takes the damage. All right, we get the range 1 back here. No mods for for him. Get hit crit going to Wedge. And Wedge will take a crit. That goes through the shields. Let's see what that crit ends up becoming. direct hit. Oh my gosh, Wedge is gone. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Huge, huge direct hit. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh man. Axe is the hero of the Republic right now, taking out Kanan and Wedge. All right, so we're gonna get a range two shot into Axe here from Sabine. Sabine has no mods, and we're gonna get a single hit here, and Axe is fine. All right, wow. So that was a hell of a round there uh, for the Republic there, taking no damage basically, or taking one damage onto Axe and Wedge dying there. That's a huge round there for them. So, oof, man. So we got 17 to 12 here at the end of round number five here, heading into the final round here. Got 24 minutes left. A lot can happen here. It is the pressure is definitely building for Team US Islands here. They still have two crate carriers, both of them very, very much healthy, and they don't have really a good avenue of attack here to try to take away those crates there. On the plus side, though, Bodica is pretty much blocked. I don't know if you really attempt the hard one because that might put you in danger of hitting that rock, and you don't want to give up fat points at that point there. Axe is in a pretty good spot to try to threaten Bodica as well, being able to just do a hard two and maybe take a pot shot there off the side, maybe grabbing a crate if you really want to. However, if you look at Wolf, he has one. He's already got one ion here from the stable power regulator. He will be ionized at the end of next turn. So you gotta be worried about where you're putting Wolf, as he's gonna end up ionized next turn. So you definitely want to make sure you get a good spot there. Being stressed right now is not ideal, but you really can't help that right now. And this is also the time of the game where you really, really, really want Anakin to be your ace, but having that crate eliminate your boost and your barrel rolls that you desperately need really hurts you right now. And you just gotta hope that your dice can do something for you. The only thing you could really do with Anakin here is maybe do a sloop to turn around, but you're likely to get greeted by Sabine here, being at range. So we'll see how this plays out. All right, so initiative goes back to Team USA here. Check to see if we have any system phase. And we're gonna get Sabine here with Mando Optics. That's her last charge here. And she is gonna move the lock likely onto Anakin here. And Sabine opting to do a three sloop here, definitely trying to keep her arc onto Wolf, wants to try to get that damage out there. We're gonna bank maneuver here from Axe. Axe will take the crate. And look at that. Wow. Talk about a tight maneuver there. Wow. Yeah, it looks like he was able to fit that pretty cleaning there. Avoiding the obstacle and still gets that red focus there onto Anakin. We get a two bank here from Lieutenant Blount, just trying to keep that arc onto Wolf, and we'll take a lock here. And he's gonna put it on Anakin. Wolf eats the cloud and he says, "Sure, why not? I'm gonna be ionized anyway." Does not take the additional ions, but will be strained. He does clear that stress though, right? Oh no, it's a white. Never mind. Okay. I know. Nope, never mind. That is a, yep, he clears it, so he does take the focus there. Okay, cool. So we get the K turn here from Anakin. Anakin will use the Force to clear his stress. Now you got a couple of things here that you can do. Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't go for the double calculate, but I think he's probably confident that he's out of arc. So we're gonna get a target lock here from Anakin, likely going on to Sabine. Sabine has the crate. And that was a R4P17 charge. Yeah, there we go. So that was R4P17 charge for the target lock, and then a focus for the regular action. Now we get a range 2 shot here into Sabine. She has no mods. We'll see how this works. All right, so we get a checks mix here. We're gonna spend the target lock and then the focus here for 3 hits. Sabine takes 2 hits, so that's gonna be half points. Sabine surviving on 1. And looks like we'll get a revenge shot likely here from Bodica. Yep, Bodica gonna take a range 3 shot back at Anakin. Anakin with no mods. Got a check mix here, and we'll spend the focus here for 2 hits. Anakin evades, no damage onto Anakin. All right, and this is going to be the regular shot here, so this is going to be a depleted shot onto Anakin, only getting a single hit. And Anakin again being the ace that the Republic needs right now. No shot here from Lieutenant Blount. And Sabine can only shoot Anakin, so we're going to get a 2 die shot here. No mods. Does get a single crit. Let's see if that matters. Oh no! All right. So Anakin loses the crate. Oh wait, hang on. Stand by. I don't know if. So a couple of things happened. So the reroll happened from Sabine's lock, and looks like that. Yeah. So Obi-Wan accepted the initial roll. Looks like. Okay. So Anakin loses his shield and loses the crate, and that's going to be another 2 points there for Team USA, doing 19 to 13 here. Actually, should be 19 to 14. Do have a crate on X. All right, so man, I'm talking about a tough place to be at right now for Team US Islands. Victory is almost guaranteed here. There is not much you can do in terms of stopping Bodica from grabbing the crate. And you also have to contend with the ionized wolf here. Wolf really doesn't have much place to go right now. So we'll see if a miracle happens for Team US Islands. All right, so initiative goes back to Team USA here. So their initiative 3 will move first. We're going to get a 4 straight here from Sabine. Sabine already spent that lock previous turn and likely to just take a focus. Yep, we'll take a focus there. All right, and we're gonna get a two talon roll here from Axe. Axe just trying to set itself up for a potential shot here onto Bodica. Next up, Lieutenant Blount. Trying to chase the bottom of the board in case Wolf goes that direction. Next up is going to be Bodica. Bodica will claim the crate there, and that's going to guarantee the win here for Team USA, barring some crazy shots. And no, you can only take the focus. Yep, there we go. I know you really wanted to, bro, but all right. And we get the 5K from from Anakin. Okay, Anakin trying to go all in on the violence here onto Bodica and hope for a kill here. So all right, so Anakin will get a range one shot here um into Bodica. Players just took a moment to discuss, I guess, the game. All right, but hopefully they get their shots here. Anakin opting to do the barrel roll with his action. And here we go. It's hoping to try to take out Sabine here, it looks like. And no, looks like he's going after Lieutenant Blount does get hit crit. And Lieutenant Blount has the focus, will drop the crate here. I think he's just trying to stop the crates from being scored. That's the only way you allow or force a turn with no points. And look at that, Wolf not getting in the arc there. Bodica, no shot either. It's going to come down to Sabine to see if she can possibly take out Wolf, assuming Wolf doesn't kill her this round. And we're going to get a range 3 shot here out the rear. We got 2 hits. Sabine needs some paint, which she's going to get. She's got 2 evades. And we get a range 3 shot here from Sabine. She gets 1 and safe. Wolf still survives. Get a range 3 shot here. Only 1 and safe. And that's going to be the end of the game there. Team US Islands losing this round here. So the series goes 2-1 here with US Islands still leading here. Very, very well played game for both parties on there. But congratulations to Team USA for getting that win and getting that there. So thank you everybody for hanging out tonight and watching this on here. I will place this game on YouTube for replay in case you missed it on there. Hopefully we'll get some more games on stream here on my channel. I'll post on there whenever I am able to pick one up. We definitely got a lot more games coming up. We have another game coming up tomorrow and a couple of, I believe, 2 more games on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, for this series here. We also have Team France in Brazil. They still have 2 more matches, no, sorry, 3 more matches to decide their series over there. So definitely check that out as those get played out there. In the meantime, happy birthday to myself. It's past midnight, and I will catch you all on the next stream. You guys have a great night. See ya. Oh, the flip.